you guys that are listening to this are wondering why we're talking about this, you're like, this isn't relevant to me and this has nothing to do with my business. Yeah, it does, because everybody has to be a content creator, right? Wouldn't you guys agree? You have to create content to drive traffic for your business, whether you're running an engraving shop or you're throwing sign parties or you run a YouTube channel or any of the above or all of the above. Content is important regardless. Hey guys, what's up? It's Alex over at Laser Everything. Welcome to Laser Source Podcast, the #1 podcast if you like cruises. I don't. And Kim and Garrett do, big time. They have a really cool cruise story they're going to tell us. But first, Matt, Kyle, what's up, guys? Welcome to the show. Yep. And really quick, shout out to our sponsor for the Laser Source Podcast, Johnson Plastics Plus. Yeah. Johnson Plastics Plus is so cool. Matt has an episode coming out where he's going to be using some of their materials to create a fun Easter project. Woo! Pretty neat. So
yeah, should be coming out like Thursday or Friday.
Week. Yeah, right, end of the week. So we've got that coming from them. I have just like a massive box on my desk that I've been completely ignoring that is filled to the brim, literally warping the cardboard, filled with stuff from them that we have to open. So we're going to be doing that soon. We really appreciate JP Plus for making the show possible. If you haven't already, make sure you use the code down in the description to get 15% off your next order. Go check them out. It's jpplus.com. But we have special guests here today. Kim and Garrett from Kim and Garrett Make It. What's up, guys?
What is up?
I think you're the biggest channel guests we've ever had. You have 107,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's like
awesome.
A really big number to me. That's like, you guys are that's like where my target is set. That's where my goal is. I want to be at 100K. How does that feel? 100,000.
Oh, it's pretty cool. I mean, it's kind of crazy having 100,000 because it's not just the 100,000 subscribers that see us. It's like millions of people have seen us.
Yeah, right. Yep.
So, we get recognized out in public now. So it's
not all the time.
Not all the time.
But yeah.
Here's a question for you. This is a big question from one YouTuber to another. Did they send you a silver play button? Did you get
one?
They
did. Mm-hmm.
They did. Oh, is it cool? Was it like when you held it? Was it fulfilling?
We opened it up on a video. I wouldn't let him open it when it came in the mail.
I let it go as soon as it came. I wanted to see it.
Yeah. That's me. I wouldn't wait 2 seconds. I'd be tearing into that thing like a feral animal.
With me, though, my name is Matthew with 1 T, and it would just be misspelled live on camera, and I'd just be like... I honestly wonder if that's why I got into engraving, is because every trophy I ever won was wrong.
You guys spelled his name wrong. You type it in, so you have to kind of apply for it. Once you hit 100K, did they send us an email?
Yeah, they sent us an email and said, "Here, go apply."
Oh, cool.
That's so cool.
So you put your name in, so it'll be your own fault if it's spelled wrong.
Don't misspell it. Yeah, boy, on there.
yeah, your boy. Well, congratulations, guys. I'm sure that you freaking deserved it. I mean, your channel is just littered with everything under the sun that you could possibly imagine. Just because our audience is like really technically focused, and you guys are like way more on the application side of things. What kinds of stuff will people find when they venture over to your channel? What kind of projects are you doing? What could they learn?
Well, right now you can learn just about how to make money with your laser. We're trying to make sure we can throw enough projects out there and use enough different types of lasers that like anybody who just got a diode laser or a desktop CO2 laser or even something that they just put in their garage that's huge, you could come to our channel and figure out how to pay that sucker off.
Right.
It's awesome.
That's not how it started, but that's kind of where we are now.
How did it start? That's a good question. Where did you guys begin when you started this YouTube channel? What did you think it was going to be before it evolved?
It was more, I have two hilarious, all of our kids are funny, but two of them are hilarious. And I was like, you guys need to start your own YouTube channel. And get out there, and people need to see how funny you guys are.
You should do a commentary channel,
like,
watch stuff like you're doing now and talk about it because it's so funny. Do that.
Instead of just sitting in my living room doing it. Put the camera on you, and people would think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
You can't just start a YouTube channel these days.
That's what they told us.
And I was like, yeah, you can. That's why it's called YouTube. And they're like, well, nobody's going to watch it. And I was like, yeah, they will.
So you were challenged by your children to do this?
No,
that was hilarious.
That was all his own idea.
Yeah, I love that your success came from a told you so to your kid. Like, that's so fantastic.
Yeah, one of the ones that I told to do it was Tanner. And now Tanner ends up working on the channel.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
If only you guys would have just listened to him. God.
Right? That's what I told them. They don't want to hear it.
So one of the things that I noticed too is like while you guys are really busy in the studio, you have like a huge presence offline too, where you guys are doing like you're running a business that involves actual people like visiting a location and participating in activities. Can you talk to us about like what that looks like and how that got started?
So like we started with the YouTube channel and we were like, what do you want to do? And I was like, I don't know. We got to do something with crafts or something because anybody can do crafts. Kim, get in front of the camera. And she's like, no. So
I was like, I'm not getting in front of the camera. If I get in front of the camera, you're getting in front of with me. And he was like, no.
Yeah.
I'm going to be the guy behind the scenes. And
right.
I was like,
I'll edit and all that stuff. But you're the star.
We see that worked out.
Yeah, I was going to say. Like, I'm the brains, you're the looks, babe. There you go.
Yeah, that's what he was trying to give me. That's what he was trying to give me.
So she started directing the crafts and stuff that we do. And it started like with furniture and stuff we needed around the house. And then it started with the home decor because now we needed to decorate for the house. And a couple of people would comment on videos, hey, do you sell what you make? And we were like, I sure do. Give me a minute while I put my website together and I'll send you the link.
Yeah.
And then that turned into, hey, we're making these things. Let's bring them to a farmer's market and see how they do.
Right.
And that turned into, let's start going to craft shows.
One step at a time, yeah.
Which led us to outgrowing our house and led us to getting a warehouse space. So then we're going to craft shows and we have some upfront space that we don't know what to do with it. I was like, we'll turn it into retail space. But then people at the craft shows were like, oh, you're local. Do you do workshops? And I was like, yes, we do. As soon as I build some tables, so you guys can come visit.
Right.
So,
hold on, I've got a link for that too. Hold on.
yeah, that's how it went.
Yeah, so we turned that room into a workshop space so that
how big is that space, by the way? Like,
it's probably, I don't know.
We can fit 16 people in there. 4 8-foot tables are in there.
Yeah.
4 people at each table.
That's a huge yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's like a classroom.
Yeah. It's about the size of a classroom.
What's the structure if I want to go to a workshop, me and my friends are amped and we're going to make some crafts? Like what happens when I walk through the door? How does that work?
You register online, you pick your project online, and we're too nice because I give you a selection of 12, or I give you an option 13 that says, go pick any project on our website. So we get some rando projects all the time. At Christmas, any point in the year, like as a matter of fact, Friday night, somebody asked for a Merry Christmas lights and just anything. You can get Easter, just that nobody has ordered in 2 years. Yes. And then all of a sudden they're like, can I make this? And
I was like, there was one that was so old, I had to go download my own SVG and put it back to life because I didn't have it in.
That's awesome.
Nobody's ever going to want this thing.
You know you have a wicked selection when your projects have made it off database.
Yeah.
Somewhere completely different.
Yeah. We have so many designs at this point.
Kim looks over. She's like, "Is Garrett using a Rolodex? Like, what?"
And are you guys doing the crafts like along with them? Like, are you doing one?
Well,
and like,
she's saying no, I'm saying yes. So you come in, I'll tell you to grab yourself an apron to keep your clean clothes clean and your nice clothes nice. And then here's your kit that you've ordered. Find a seat. Pick a friend. And I'm not going to check what's in your cup. So you can
because we know it's water.
Right.
Yeah.
Water. And then Kim will give you a brief introduction about
who we are, how
Mhm.
where they can find us. You know, you can find us at craft shows. We have an online store. If you want to have your own paint party at home, you can always order these online with an optional paint kit. You know, I give them my little whole spiel of who we are.
Yep. She makes sure she squeezes in every income stream we have into her little.
Right. This is the shameless plug section of the.
But she does it in such like a sweet introductory way that everybody is like, oh, I didn't know that. Oh,
that's how you get them. Yeah, that's how you hook them. Yeah.
Oh, so I can buy a finished one here too. Yeah, so it's great. And then I'll come in with my 5 easy steps, tell you how to do it real quick. All right. And then we kind of get them into it. And we stick around at the beginning to make sure they know what they're doing, but then we'll leave and give them like 10, 15 minutes. You know,
now, it depends on how big the workshop is. If it's 16 people in there, there's no leaving because there's always, can you help me do this? Can you help me do that?
Right.
So I still leave for 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, he's always, just like I said, he leaves on the lives. He always has to go in the back to do something. He's got to go cut something. He's got to go find something. He's always
without a doubt, somebody's going to throw a piece of their sign away.
Yeah.
So I got to go cut it anyway.
I lost an eyeball.
I gotta back Garrett up on this one. Kim, you seem like a person that has shit under control. So I think you totally got it. I think you're good. Yeah.
I feel like Garrett needs that. He's like me, where like like if you didn't have that, it would just be like fires going on behind you, and you're like, let's go.
So people are asking for help. Is it hard to find a balance between what you're letting people do there and what you have prepared for them when they walk through the door so that they still feel like they're doing something without?
So the signs are layered. So it's mostly a door round workshop. That's 95% of them.
Yeah.
And there are different layers on there. So
there's no painting in the lines.
Yep, that's what we tell. That's part of our spiel.
You don't have to figure out how to paint a duck on your own. You just have to pick out the colors. And Kim will give you the colors. Yep, she gives you instructions that have the colors on it. So if you want to make it look just like the one that's hanging on the wall, follow Kim's instructions.
Oh, you could almost do it's like a paint by numbers, right?
Yeah, pretty much. It's paint by numbers. But I will tell them, look, you don't have to draw the duck. So now you get to get adventurous with colors. So go do your thing.
That's what I tell them. There's 2 types of personalities. Those that are rule followers and are going to follow the instructions item by item. That's me.
Yeah. And there's
I always point to Garrett. Or you've got, those that want to go completely off script. It's going to do your own thing. And that's definitely
I'm going to reimagine this sucker.
Yeah.
Like, this is a zebra duck.
Yeah.
Well, I try and give them the freedom so they don't feel like they have to follow because they are 2 types of people. And so I show them the wall. I was like, you can make it match your home decor and paint it whatever color you want. So sometimes they're all about that, excited that they can reimagine it. And those are like, nope, your color says pink and I'm going with pink. And where is exactly dragon fruit, And
yeah.
So going like your own direction and talking about paints. I know you guys just released your line of paints. So that's another how did you do that story? Obviously you use paints all the time, but what made you guys just really just go, you know what, let's just do it ourselves.
I just didn't want to say the other retailer's name one more time. I was like, we are just handing money over here
we get so many questions about what paint, just what materials and what paints do you use? And I was like, look, these people are telling us to sell them paints and glue and laser boards. They're telling us to do it. We've taught so many people how to fish. We now have to provide the bait and tackle.
Let's get a boat.
So, we got to get them a boat.
Yep.
I was going to say, I asked because the reason I did these is 100% because I hate painting. I don't know enough about it. I never have time. I've got 3 kids that are 8 years old and under. All that stuff is going on. And it's if there was an easier way, I would do it. And in my video, I literally talk about how I wish I knew more. I wish I could do more, but I've got plastics that help me do it. So at least I got that much. So
we've learned,
tell us about your stuff.
Over 5 years of making these door rounds and stuff, we have learned lots of tips and tricks, what works and what doesn't work. And
the fastest way, because we do paint them for the craft shows. So we paint them in bulk. So we're trying to do 5 at a time. And we use, those foam rollers.
Every Tuesday we go live and I show you exactly how we do it every Tuesday.
You've obviously partnered with like a trusted manufacturer, I'm assuming, to make your paints. Did you like have them? Is it like specifically formulated to be better in some way or another?
Yeah.
Well, yes, it is. I don't know why she's
I mean,
really shaking her head now.
Like, no, it's just go to Walmart, get the store brand stuff. It's all the same.
No, I mean, I didn't formulate the colors. Like, I didn't say
Sure.
you're going to add in 3 drops of cyan, and I didn't do that. But I did pick the colors that I want, and we specifically use like an outdoor house paint. Those things, because we're doing the door rounds mostly, and most of our projects are outdoor projects. We want them weather resistant, mildew resistant, UV resistant.
Right.
In Florida, that stuff is so important.
On that is like it takes the guesswork and thinking out of picking a paint for this kind of work, right? Like you just that this has already been thought about, and you can just buy it and it just does what it needs to do, and you don't have to do the weird comparison shopping and reading labels and trying to figure it out. It's just like buy it, use it.
I'm gonna have to buy some of your paint. I'm serious. Like, I want to do more colorful stuff because, like, my wife always is like, "Oh, that's cute. Could you add color?" And I'm like, "Ugh, okay."
Kim worked with the manufacturers. Well, she started with 3 and got it down to 1, and she kept getting the samples in, and she would paint a project and then give them her feedback and everything until it got to the point where we were okay with it, and we were like, let's
I would paint them with the old paint and the new paint, and I would say, okay,
this doesn't cover it.
Which one do you like better? Which color is better?
Blind paint test.
So this wasn't like we quickly went out and did it. It took a year of her working with them.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
So I hinted at the beginning of the episode too that I'm terrified of cruises, but you guys just got back from one. So what can you tell us about the crafting cruise, the first annual crafting cruise? I want to hear all about it, like start to finish. Paint me a story.
We're definitely going to do more of that. And if there are people are afraid of going out to sea, we'll definitely
we said next time we would maybe not do it as a cruise. Maybe we'll do it at a resort or something, Vegas or something, because we did have a bunch of folks that wanted to be there but were afraid of cruising, which it's a big boat in the middle of the Gulf. There's a boat behind you and a boat in front of you. You're going to be okay.
Very little rear ending goes on. So.
You want to say how it started?
It started as a joke. I forgot. Somebody mentioned it on one of our Test Cut Tuesdays. We go live every Tuesday. Like
I thought Tanner was just like, you can't just get on a boat.
He probably won't.
Yeah, but he's gonna go on a boat.
He's always like that with us. We're always like, start your own paint label.
Yeah, he's like, start your own paint label. And I was like, how to start your own paint.
Yeah, Chantel is just saying how the cruise is awesome. They loved it.
Yes, Chantel was there.
Yes.
So it started as a joke?
Yeah, it started as a joke. I forget who said it, and I was like,
It was us. We were talking about vacations and how much, we were like, you're going on a cruise. We love cruising. We think, we love to go on a cruise. We went on a honeymoon cruise. We went on a cruise a couple of years ago, which we had talked about. And we were telling them about it, and they were like, "Ooh, you should do a Kim and Garrett Make It cruise." And we were like, "Oh yeah, if you guys want to do a Kim and Garrett Make It cruise, we are in. You just let us know." And so
the joke kept going.
So they ask about it again. They ask about it again, and so I was like, they're serious. They want us to do something good. But I have a friend who's a travel agent.
I'm down. Let's do it.
Yeah. So I called him and I was like, hey, can we do a cruise? He was like, yeah, you can do a cruise. So he said, I'll book you a block of rooms and we'll just see if they put their money where their mouth is. I was like, okay, let's see what happens.
Yeah, we'll get like 8 people that will come.
Yeah, we thought it would be 8 people.
We'll top out at 8 people, and that's cool. We'll have 8 friends to hang out with on the boat. Yeah. That was like 44 people came.
Wow.
Yeah. So it wasn't we didn't sell out the boat or anything, but not this time, but maybe next time.
That's two classrooms full of people like always doing something or one really big one.
You got 100,000 subscribers, guys. It's a big pool. You can definitely sell out a boat. I'm confident.
All right. So Anthony, one of our mods from Beaming Up Laserworks, said crafting on a ship. Wow. Like, so did you guys actually do like crafting in the morning? Like, you did
that was
whole
my
thing?
question too. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
dying
like,
to know.
Yeah, not the whole time. So this was a day at sea and 2 excursion days and a day at sea back. So on our at sea days, we did crafts those days. We did a morning session and then the afternoon session because they were mostly Patreon, like business people that were there with us. So we did like a business session in the afternoon and a crafting session.
Oh, see, that's really cool.
Yeah.
I tried to bring a laser with me. I tried to bring like the small F1.
She tried to get me to sneak it on the bike.
I was gonna say, can you imagine them like?
I mean, did they have a rule that said no lasers?
Well, I feel like laser is vague. And when you say laser, they might think like
It's a
lightsaber.
crafting tool is what I was
We are going to be
do.
running a dance show, and this is actually for our entertainment purposes, and just like bring like lights,
These are just
like
lights.
just right here. This is what this is.
Just put it in the fog machine bag and tell them it's a fog machine.
Yeah.
Bring a fog machine.
By the way, a few people.
But then I'll have to bring my leotard.
Scott saying how Cruise was awesome.
I see a bunch of our peeps there showing up here.
Yeah, Jane and Kyle said we love the first cruise and can't wait for the next one. So it was a hit, man.
It was a hit.
I'm kind of wondering now that we've talked a little bit about like your audience separation, because I feel like a lot of people that watch the channel are watching to learn how to get the kind of clientele you have for kind of like your sign party stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then you have the clientele that you have that are actually coming to your sign parties. So was the cruise made up more of people trying to learn to mimic your business structure, or was it more people that wanted to like hang out and craft with you guys because that's fun and you host it? You know, like which way did that kind of go? Or which way did it even, was it intended to go?
I want to think that they came to just chill with us and have a good time.
Yeah.
But now I think 98% of the people that came are doing this as a business or a side hustle.
Right.
Own a laser already.
Own a laser.
There was only one crafter that did not own a laser. Everybody else owned a laser already, and we're looking to do some portion of what we do, either workshops or just make and sell craft.
You guys do like 16 couples worth of stuff, so it's not, nobody can do everything that you can do, but like some chunk of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think everybody can do what we do, and I tell them that. Go do what we do.
I don't know, man. It's a long list. It's a long laundry. We're not even like a fraction of the way through the list of things that I have.
Well, at no point do I tell them to go get some sleep and rest.
All right, guys, you're going to want to invest in caffeine tablets.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes. Live off of caffeine.
I literally have my Panera, like things that will kill you if you drink too many.
There you go. And it's just 9 o'clock at night for you. So you should have a good, productive evening.
I still got work to do after this, man. It never stops.
What is, I mean, this is laser everything. We should probably talk about lasers for a minute. What is your main, like, your cutting laser that you're using to drive your business right now? Do you have like a preferential machine that you kind of go to get that done?
Well, because we have the online store and we're producing in bulk, we have big lasers, the big cutting beds for our production. And we just recently partnered with Aeon. And so Aeon has the size laser that we use in production every day. It's 30, what is it?
Our first 3 big lasers that we have are no-name lasers that we pretty much got from China.
Yeah.
And then we wanted to be able to show people on our channel, like, look what you can do with bigger lasers. You've seen all this desktop stuff. Now let's talk about making real money and batching stuff out and doing 3 16-inch rounds at a time and stuff where you can actually make money and you're not spending time sitting there waiting for your laser.
Yeah.
Since the 3 lasers that we had, we couldn't really show them and can't be like, look, if you just contact China and then they'll come across the
Kim and Garrett, didn't you?
And then you rent yourself a forklift and you'll be able to do this. So we needed to find a partner. And just as we were talking about finding a partner, Emily from That Mom with the Laser reached out, like literally the time we were talking about finding a partner, and called Kim.
But that's what we use day to day. But we started with a desktop laser. We started with a Glowforge, and then moved to
Glowforge to do farmers markets.
That's what we were using when we first started doing our signs and when we were doing the farmers market. moved into the Omtech, their desktop laser, and then X-Tool and their P2. So we have them all, and we kind of try and showcase them all, because people start out with a desktop laser. So as we show crafts and things that you can make, we try and keep them, most of the projects, especially here lately, desktop size, so that you can use your laser to make them. But we've got a lot of people that have been following us for a long time and are ready to upgrade. You know, like, okay, I do like this laser game. I do want to move more and do more craft shows.
I want to produce faster.
Yeah, I need a bigger laser. And so that's kind of why we moved in and partnered with Aeon, because I really wanted to show that, you know, once you're ready to go big, here's something that we can recommend.
And did you guys stick with the Miras, by the way, or did you get one of the Novas?
Nova.
Oh, we got the Nova.
You got a Nova. Yeah. That big. Yeah.
And I see Christian said the main craft you guys are talking about is 16-inch outdoor laser cut 3D layered door rounds, and they're made from a 1/4 inch and 1/8 MDF with Starbond glue and your new line of Boxy Hues paints.
All right, Christian.
Oh yeah, he's blowing it up in the chat, man. He's killing it. I've been looking for a chance to put him in here with the good information he's been dropping. We appreciate it, Christian.
Yeah, he's like our behind the scenes guy. Christian.
Yeah, he's definitely partnered with us. Yeah, so that's another thing, you know, as we talk about growing this business.
Is so awesome.
Yes, well, you know, I'm sure you're going to get there, but we have to shout out our Patreon peeps and the people that really help us get all this done and aren't paid. Christian does a lot for us, and we do not pay him. He just partners with us. Helen, she partners with us, and they're just our friends, and they really help. Like Christian moderates our Discord channel. Harry helps moderate the Discord channel. We have a whole list of people that just help us out. That are so nice.
Saw this, and Christian said this is like Voltron with the greatest channels coming together. I like it. That was good. But yeah, we have an awesome list of people who help mod. I was actually a mod for 2 years, and then Alex was like, "We need people. You interested?" And I was like, "Let's do it." So it's been really, really fun. And plus, we get to hang out with you guys all the time.
And we heard from Anthony earlier, and Andrew's always there helping everybody. And we got a lot of great people in the LMA too, like Al Fernandez,
Mark Garrett's, Michael.
The names. We could sit here all day and just shout out names, but to all of the people that give us your time, we love you sincerely.
We feel the same way.
Those people,
it's really like over. I mean, and I'm sure I don't need to say this to you guys, but like over the course of the 2 or 3 years that we've been doing this, like the core crew of people that like believe in the mission, like show up and stick around, you know, like help get it done. It's fun. It's unreal. It's unreal, like the commitment these people have.
So talking about your community, there's Kat said, "Penny, you're so right. Sad it took so long to join as a patron. The included files are so worth the price of admission."
Nice.
So when you guys have your Patreon, what exactly comes with that? And you want to kind of share that and let people know about your community more.
Well, we just added a new tier, but we have a couple of tiers. The first tier is we'll give you some behind the scenes, and after show,
extra content, a little more like personalized interaction with us. That's the $5 tier.
Yeah. Well, the $5 tier, same thing, except I'll throw you a good SVG every month, like laser cut ready to go. You throw it in there.
It's 3 and 5,
right. And then at $20, you got that. You got some behind the scene content. Every month we have a Zoom call with people. Every month I hold an Adobe Illustrator class.
Nice.
You get to join our Discord channel where I've become very active in there. And somebody has a question about something in Illustrator, I'll just do a little video and drop it in there. So that's become
people
priceless.
like you and Alex who have the Adobe Illustrator brain, like mind blown. I just stare at it and I'm like, there's so many buttons. And I know they all do stuff, but I'm just like,
there's just a lot of buttons. It's hard to get past that.
It's like analysis paralysis, because Alex is like, click the one thing, and I'm like, this one, and he's like, no, go 5 down.
I mean, still, man, like, okay, Garrett, you teach the Illustrator classes. How do you feel about Inkscape? Don't be nice.
I'm torn. I mean, I'm all about learning how to do digital designs and stuff, but I say this all the time. if you're going to do this as a business, invest in the pro level tools that it will save you time.
Thank you.
The shortcuts and everything alone that you can do in Illustrator, priceless. I mean, it's $30 a month or whatever it is, but to do a design in half the time because the tool is more intuitive, just do it. You'll be more productive.
That's the answer I wanted. I assumed that you would say that. I took a gamble.
I've been using Illustrator for, 20 years. So drink the Kool-Aid.
Yeah. That's his thing.
Jack's saying he's using a lot of Lightburn recently. Do you guys ever do any like designing inside of Lightburn without even having to open Illustrator? Because I've noticed too, actually, that I've kind of been doing more of that, especially like with some of the more recent builds of the software. It's getting easier and easier.
Yeah. Try to do some of the projects on Lightburn in our videos just to show, hey, you don't need a design software. You can do basic designing inside. But for like 3Ds and layering, I think Lightburn would just get messy and confusing. It doesn't have the layer capability that you need to do real design. I think basic design, and Tanner does basic stuff in Lightburn all the time. Yeah. Like we have customized templates set up so that all he has to do is go in and change a couple of things, and he just does that in Lightburn.
Nice.
All right, I want to ask.
In Lightburn, we try and show him that.
Yeah.
See, I want to ask too. Like, I just saw your map video. I think it was like last week because I wanted to make where you guys took the one program. I can't remember the website off the top of my head.
Snazzy Maps.
There it is. Yeah. And so I went on there and I found it, and I was trying to do what you were trying to do, and then it got to like the Adobe stuff, and I was like, all right. I was like, okay. But it's one of the things.
Do it, just
well, that's where I was like, okay, because I always try to do things in the moment. Well, I mean, I know you guys know multitasking, so I'm doing like 3 things at once, and I'm like, this will be easy, I'm sure. And then I was like, but the good news is I know you broke it down, so I literally saved the file to go back to do it when I've got time to actually watch there, because you really do have to like sit there and select through all those things, but the program makes it really nice for doing that. And then I think in the end, I kind of fast forwarded toward the end, and it turned out really nice for Lightburn file to just drop in and like go.
Mm-hmm.
So
today I actually did a round
funny
version.
You mentioned the maps. He was just doing something with that today.
One of our patrons was having a problem. He wanted to make a round one of his city. So again, I just pulled up Snazzy Maps and I recorded me pulling it down, and I did the whole thing and I made it round, and I showed
Snazzy Maps is so cool.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
I think so. I got a lot of hate on that map video. If you go through the comments, got a lot of hate on that one.
Yikes.
Really?
I think
between my arms and the copywritten maps, there's a lot of hate.
Yeah, that's what we thought.
I don't think it's copywritten, and I couldn't find anywhere it was.
Okay.
Just disregard what I said, because that's how I treated the comments.
No one will ever know where they're going. Google's copywritten. Sorry, everybody.
Okay. If Google finds me at the craft show,
flip your table over. I'm done. I'm out of here.
That's it.
Sergey Brin just like walks up. He's like, you stole my maps.
I recognize that map.
First one from Edward said, does anyone know where I can get designs for my business? I do laser engraving for gun industry. I don't know if you guys have ever messed with that kind of thing. Where do you guys go for files for fiber laser stuff?
We've never used a fiber laser.
We have
never used a fiber laser?
Do you know where you are?
We do. Yeah. It's sitting on the shop floor right now.
But we got one with the Aeon. We did
you got one of the EMPs?
Okay, all right. Okay, I can breathe for a second. We got one at least. All right.
Yeah, good. That's good. I'm still waiting on my EMP. Apparently, Miranda just got an email from Danny saying, we've got a really special EMP laser just for you, but it's going to be a couple months. So now I have to wait. But I'm stoked for you guys and a little bit jealous, if I'm being honest. Have you uncrated it, or is it just like you haven't touched it yet?
I haven't really touched it. It's still in the phone.
We're gonna have to hang out and do some fiber stuff with you.
Yeah, that's the solution. And I honestly, you're on Laser Everything. Like that is what we do here.
Where are you guys physically located? Maybe you need to come be on the channel and show us how to make something.
That would be fun. That would be
fun. Where are you guys? I don't even know where you guys are. My brain.
I would go though.
We're in Virginia.
Virginia. Oh, that's not even that far. I could drive that in a day.
Yeah,
I think
when I get done drinking this, I'll just hop in the car.
Yeah. You're just gonna drive right up.
Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can come up.
We could
literally
do a pincher maneuver. Yeah. Done.
Meet halfway, right?
Forget the fiber laser stuff. You guys have you've got your files on your Patreon. You give those out to people who join the community. Where else do you guys host your files for people? Is it Etsy or how do you guys do that?
We do Shopify.
On our website.
Yeah, on our website.
Like, did you guys ever mess with Etsy though, or did you just go straight to Shopify?
We put up an account so nobody would take our name, but that's it.
We just have only used our website.
I felt like there was too much competition. Like whatever I had, either somebody's going to steal it because they're going to see it right below their item, or somebody that goes shopping for it is going to see my exact item right below my item. And we were just starting out where I wasn't making like my own files. So I was like, why don't we just drive people to our own website using Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, so that's a good answer, man. Like Etsy always frustrates me, and I don't mean to be throwing shade at it because I know a lot of people find success with it, but maybe it's just again like the amount of color, like it's like that color thing, like good pictures and all that kind of stuff. I'm just like, so much effort, and then like, oh,
yeah,
it's like driving your own traffic can be really, I think, like just daunting and overwhelming when you haven't started it. You know, so I think that's why a lot of people don't like doing that. Did you guys do anything specific to overcome that? Did you feel that way when you started and you decided that's the route you were going to go?
Yeah, Garrett went deep into learning the YouTube algorithm, learning how to do social media and advertising on social media. He was always researching and trying to find and following lots of other YouTubers that share that kind of information, just watching and listening to what they have to say. And so, yeah, I mean, YouTube gets people to our website. And then we run Facebook ads, Instagram ads, especially for workshops, because we're trying to get in locally. And that's really how they learn about us is the ads. Like now we're starting to get people coming in from TripAdvisor. Yeah. I don't know where TripAdvisor is getting us from, but they were like, you have TripAdvisor. I was like, oh, you did? Cool.
Great. Perfect. Just as I planned.
That's so good.
Anywhere you could make an account, I made an account. So I made a Yelp account. I did make a TripAdvisor account. I just made an account and put our bio everywhere that I could think of.
Yeah.
I would search like things to do in Richmond. And then I click on their website and be like, how do I add myself to that website?
Yeah. How do I get on
That's a great idea. Well, and that's like one of the very first video I ever made for this channel was the how to make a Google shop. And it had a bunch of views, but like, I mean, I'm literally just sitting here, I'll be at work, or when I was still teaching, I'd be at work and I just get a call from a random number that I'd never have heard from. And they're just like, hey, I want to give you money for stuff. And I'm like, it worked. Like, you know, it's amazing. You're like, whoa. So as silly as it is, like, it's one of those things where like, I can't even imagine if you did all of the different facets you could do. Like, that's pretty awesome, dude.
If you had to like, and this is totally an unfair question, but I'm asking it anyway.
Oh, it's a gotcha question.
Out of all of the researching that you did to learn, because you guys are obviously skilled at this, you're talented at this because you have multiple successful revenue streams and you have 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Like 3 top tier superstar tips that you could distill from your experience with generating your own traffic, what would they be?
Just start being yourself. People will find you. If they like you, they'll stay.
Authenticity.
Yeah, authenticity. And then
to drive traffic, you say? Is that
really? To drive your traffic to your own like websites. Yeah. Start
getting out there to build the ethos.
Yeah, it's about publishing content keep putting content out there. I mean,
be yourself.
When we first did our YouTube channel, one of the things, there's like certain things that people have said or tips of information that kind of resonate with us. One of them when we first started is don't worry, your first 100 videos, nobody's going to see.
Yeah.
Just put them out there. So we just did it, and we just put them out there. And now people go back, and it's very embarrassing.
Yeah, it's embarrassing. Yeah.
Oh, I just watched all your stuff. Like, I watched your first video, and I was like, oh, it's so embarrassing. But
I think
it's out there.
It's going to be the same for all of the social medias, though. Your first however many TikToks, it's not going to get any views. Your kids and your grandparents are going to see it. Your first couple of Facebook posts, nobody's going to see it. Your friends and family. You just got to keep putting it out there and keep doing it.
Well, there's something similar around here. When these guys started, neither of them have ever made like a serious piece of like video work ever. And I was like, your first like 100 are going to be horrible. They're just going to suck. Just do, horrible. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you spend a year on it or 10 minutes on it. It's going to be equally horrible. So just do the 100. Get them done, and then start on 101. You know,
Ryan, one of your followers said, I remember following you guys when I started woodworking 3 years ago. You were my first sub. So you were the first person they ever went on YouTube, spent enough time watching and went, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. See what they'll make next week or what Garrett's crazy. What's
cool is that's a woodworker though. Like that's not even like laser realm. Like, so you said, like, so you started here and you kind of made it or you started there and you made it here. Yeah, it's still craft like woodworking, but like I don't know, it's neat to see there's people who have followed you and watched the evolution for 3 years. Like that's crazy to me.
We have people that are on here, like Christian, I think, has been around for 3 years. Helen has been around for almost 5 years.
Yeah.
They were talking like when we were on the cruise, they were talking about videos. Yeah, from like what I call season 1. And I was like, oh my God, you've been watching me since that long. I'm so sorry.
Well, and you know, when you talk about those 100 videos that no one's going to see, one of them,
one of them popped up today.
Well, no, that we filmed that whole video that didn't have any sound.
Okay, it didn't have any sound.
But we were trying to stick with the algorithm and we had video out. So we just voiced over what we were saying.
I did some Japanese.
Yes.
I have done that more times than I'm willing to admit on camera.
I spent an hour and a half editing a video today where like I was trying to piece in like, and it wasn't the whole hour and a half, but I spent like probably 15 minutes trying to get one piece to like, I was like, where did I delete that piece? I know it's here somewhere. And I just was like, you know what? And I found a picture of a cup being made and I was like, dragged it right over, like done.
And if you guys that are listening to this are wondering why we're talking about this, you're like, this isn't relevant to me and this has nothing to do with my business. Yes, it does. Because everybody has to be a content creator, right? Wouldn't you guys agree? You have to create content to drive traffic for your business, whether you're running an engraving shop or you're throwing sign parties or you run a YouTube channel or any of the above or all of the above. Content is important regardless. Everybody has to edit some video. Everybody has to edit some photos. You have to do it. So this is absolutely relevant. Well, I'm serious. I'm gonna come to Virginia. That would be fun.
People come visit all the time. Yeah,
that would be so fun. Crack that crate open, show you guys what projecting lasers is like. Instead of moving big, slow gantry heads around.
Alex will be great once you actually get the crate open. Like he'll be like, all right, let's just do this. And
dude, I will buy a crowbar specifically for the occasion, and when I leave, I will mount it on your wall.
You can laser engrave
put it in a double crate just so you have something to open.
Yeah, it's like I can pregame and then I can open the real.
Right, a little appetizer.
Yeah, totally.
Appetizer.
Yep.
All right, here's the
box will be metal.
A question from the crew over here. I got 3D HP says, Kim and Garrett, do you have your kids working? Like, so Tanner's working there. Are they teaching all of this stuff too? Or how's that working for you guys?
So we have a lot of kids together. We have 6 kids. And the oldest was our social media manager, but she went off to do
social media managing at a bigger company.
Yeah, bigger, better job. Because of the stuff that she did for us, that she was able to use the work she did for us in her portfolio.
She left right about the time we hit 100,000. So she was able to put that on her resume that, look, I helped build this channel to 100,000. And she got her dream job.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
Tanner, he's second oldest and he works with us. He does our production. He's done our social media, does our video editing. So he's learned all of those things from Garrett, as Garrett learns them, and then he turns around and tries to show somebody else. And so the rest of them, we have tried to rope in helping. And the the more subs we get, the bigger our channel grows, the more interested they now are with what we're doing. You know, at first they would just laugh at us and be like, my parents have a YouTube channel.
You looked like you were doing an anime.
But now it's like, oh, it's big bucks. They're doing
they talk about it differently. Like now they brag to their friends that we have a YouTube channel instead of making fun of us.
And there'll be the two when you're like at 500K. They'll be like, I was there at the beginning. I was there at 1,000 subs.
I was one of their first followers.
We make them come help us do workshops. Work craft shows with us and stuff like that. So they work in the business that way. Other than that, Tanner's the one who's really Tanner and Courtney were the ones who really kind of
stuck around.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's awesome.
All right. And he wants us to one day sell our business so he can take a third.
Yeah, that's what he says.
That reminds me, I've got twin boys and they're about to be 7 years old in like a week or so. And we were asking the kids the other day, like, so what do you guys want to do when you grow up for like a project? And my daughter's like, I want to be an artist. And my other son's like, I want to do construction worker. And my other son, Cade, goes, I want to do the laser. I just want to stay here with you. And I was just like, and goodbye. Because we're just going to do the laser stuff, Daddy. And I felt like, but at the same time, I was like, But anyways, I mean,
you've been hanging out with me too much.
I know, yeah. But when you can get them up to 100,000,
that's free labor, laser labor. I'm like sitting over here like, I wonder what I could make my 1 and 2 year old do that would generate revenue. You just throw that away.
Take off the adhesive. Go.
Yeah.
I actually have a photo of my daughter. Like the first $5 she ever made was I had $5, and I said, if you vacuum the shop, you can have it. And she's like sitting there with the shop vac on the floor. And 5 minutes after doing it, she's like, oh, my back hurts. And I was like, that's right. Learn now. Learn now.
Carrying the weight of this family.
The best part is she's already accused me of not paying her. She's already accused me of not paying her. She's like, Daddy, you didn't pay me last time. I'm like, I have receipts.
You shouldn't look around Evelyn, dude. She'll break your kneecaps.
Evelyn will straight up break a kneecap. That's true.
Yeah, she will.
All right. So Nancy has been in chat asking some questions about lasers, and you guys had talked about the Nova. And I know Alex knows about the Mira. So here we go. What is the biggest CO2 laser I can get in a front door of a house? I don't have a garage, but I have 2 bedrooms that I use as an office. So my issue is, how do I get it in the house without having to break it down or mess up anything? So what do you guys think?
The
Fun fact,
Mira.
Nova can be broken down and fit through normal doorways.
Oh, can it?
It can come in 2 pieces, the top half and bottom half.
So
it's crazy.
It'll pass through a doorway. Yeah.
Yikes! I did not know that.
Is it with like standard tools, or do you need like special?
Yeah,
tools?
I was gonna ask, like, how difficult is that?
Standard tools. I could see where it comes apart. It'll probably
it has like a powered Z-axis and everything, right? So the mechanics of that don't interfere with its ability to break down.
I mean, we haven't done it. It came in a crate, and we just put it in the warehouse. But they have it on their website, and they show you how to do it, and you can kind of see where it looks like. I mean, and they advertise it, so it's like one of their really features is that you can break it down and put it in a doorway.
That's awesome. I'll have to check that out. If you don't want to do that, the Mira is a really good option, because that you can just literally, and it just goes. Yeah,
Alex actually put the Mira on the OMTech the other day.
I did. Yeah, the Mira.
It was a piggyback situation.
Danny asked me if I wanted the stand for the Mira when he sent it over to the channel, and I was like, "No, we don't need it." I was like, "It's not going anywhere. It's fine.
Never moving this ever."
Yeah. And then we had to move it to the new studio. So I pushed it off of the table it was on onto our OMTech, and it took a ride on the OMTech down to the new studio. I just used the OMTech and its casters to like transport this much heavier, much more expensive machine, and it worked great. Nobody died. So
just proud of that. A good dolly now.
Yeah, we have a video of that on TikTok if you guys want to see it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, old reliable. There you go.
Old reliable. Yeah, turn it on, give it a kick. She's fine.
Yeah, and I'm really glad to hear that. I'm glad the Nova like does that because like honestly, you know how sometimes you'll get those tool like you get like that tool pack that comes with whatever you get, and you never really you're like, I've never used that thing. Yeah. So that's kind of nice. Well, what is it, like every guy? Yeah. My wife was like, "Didn't you save the paperwork?" And I'm just like,
we could literally put a timer right up here in the corner that counts down to when Miranda in the chat makes a comment about me throwing away manuals. It's coming.
That's fair.
Yeah. Oh, here's a different one.
He did. That is true. Yeah, Jimmy did drop the mirror on me when we got it. It was about
I remember that
inch from my crotch. I very nearly lost my ability to have children thanks to Jimmy because I was like up on a table pulling it up and he was trying to like push it from the underside because again there's no bottom to this and it slipped and the corner of it like hit the corner of the table where my legs were straddling it. It was very 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 nearly a horrible accident, so don't do that.
We're gonna knock that up to calling it precarious.
Yeah,
those are serious.
It's true.
All right, here's one. I have a question. I purchased the Mira 9. What is the life of a tube? So, well, you guys both have the Aeons. What do you guys know about it? I mean, you guys just got yours.
I mean, they're recce tubes.
Yeah.
So
2 to 5
they're
years.
For like, yeah. So it's a tricky question, right? Because they have a shelf life. Mm-hmm. The gas in them will eventually leak out or disperse over time. But you also, it's related to how much you use it as well. So if it sits there and you use it once a week, you'll probably get 5 years out of it. But if you use it a lot,
current you're driving through it too.
That's true.
I'm pretty sure Eon undercurrents them a little bit to try to prolong the life of the tube. So unless you go in there and mess with it, it should be on the longer end anyway. Whereas like OhmTech, they're like peak power. Let's go.
Yeah.
And
they don't tune them at all. They just throw the power supply in and call it good.
Yep. And it is where it is. And that's pretty easy to adjust. It's a little more complicated than I want to get into on the podcast with 6 minutes left, but it's something we can definitely talk about later. The point is, Eons specifically, I think undercurrent their tubes so that you get a little bit longer life out of them because the higher you push the current, the faster you're going to see the tube degrade too.
All right.
We have those old Chinese lasers that we have, 100 watts, and we never run them above 50. And we have one that's 3 years old, still cutting like the day she was born.
Nice. Yeah, you can make them last. I mean, even people, I've known people, and this is why Kyle's saying it's kind of a sticky question, is because I've known people that have run them at like 103% power for 8 hours a day for 10 years. And they're like, you're crazy. It has no effect. This tube is fine. And they're telling the truth. And it's just like, they're kind of weird like that. It's just one of those things. Glass.
You also get those people that are 104 and smoke a pack of cigarettes and take a shot of whiskey every day.
Yeah, every day. And they're like, go kick the crap out of you, Sonny. And you're like, I believe you.
Yeah.
You know?
How do you stay so healthy while you're this age?
There are also people that don't run their tubes above 50 and then they go through 3 of them in like 2 months. You know, it's like a weird world, but we can make generalizations. And generally, I think a safe estimation is like 2 to 5 years. It's a wide estimation, but I think it's pretty standard.
All right. And so Nancy, one more time for you. So you guys, Kim and Garrett, what's the model that you actually have again?
The Nova 14.
14. Okay. And
the big one.
The big one. And then Alex, you've got the Mira.
I've got the Mira 9.
All right. And so both of those, Nancy, go through doors in different ways. One can be walked through, the other one can be disassembled pretty easily to do that. So there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, keep in mind, once you get it through the door, you need to think about where it's going from there. So if you need to make it down a set of stairs or take a sharp corner where you have like a wall that it either is getting sent through or not kind of thing.
I would not recommend either of those lasers for stairs.
They're built hefty.
They are. They're hefty.
We'll have another news story about Alex having a laser dropped on him otherwise.
Dude, I barely got the Ranger upstairs that day.
I remember.
My very affectionately named blue poo laser behind me.
The blue poo.
I had to get it into this room by turning it up on its side and carrying it through sideways. Because height-wise, it'll fit through.
That's
but width-wise, it won't.
Big bed, too. That's not a small machine.
24 by 40.
Yeah.
Look, they're actually pretty rugged, too. You'd be surprised. Like, when we moved out of our house into the warehouse, to move our big laser, I went and got a car carrier from U-Haul, and I wheeled it up there. We just strapped it down, and then we just raw dogged it down the highway.
By the way, my first laser, that's exactly what I did. I have an F-150, and the guy, when we get there, he's like, did you bring a trailer? And I was like, I got my truck. And he's like, he goes, well, I mean, I guess we got a forklift. And like, we literally like strapped it to a forklift, tossed it on with wheels, and then I strapped it to the front of the truck like it was a deer, basically, you know, like, and drove across Florida all the way. And people are just looking at us. And my brother's like, just drive fast. It's fine. I'm like, I got $4,000 in the back of the truck. Like, let's go. All right. Before we get to final things from you guys, real quick, Anthony wanted to tell people about the Discord. Tomorrow is the opening for voting on the first ever monthly coin competition at our Discord. Discord. The fuzz.
It's right here in Albuquerque.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh, no.
So on our Discord, #coins. Everybody go check out the submissions. Vote on your favorite coin design and maybe enter a submission before the fuzz comes.
Yeah. Speaking of people that do stuff for free, Anthony killing it over at Discord, running competitions and shit now. Crazy
and on the
man.
LMA. All over the place.
No joke.
So
was that it? It sounded like it was going to be a list.
No, that was it. I was just saying, that's going to be our first ever time doing it.
We've got 2 minutes ish. Please, this is just go nuts with the plugs. Make money. Go.
Tell people why you're awesome.
Well, we try to make you or show you how to do anything you want, how to pay off your laser, how to make money with your laser, how to live your best life and not have to work for the man.
Mm-hmm.
You can find us on the YouTubes, the Facebooks, the Instagrams.
Tell them what they are.
The TikToks. We are Kim and Garrett Make It or KNG Make It. Yep. You can find us at kngmakeit.com. If you're in Virginia, come see us. We have a workshop. You can come paint the signs and hang out with us.
We have links to everything that I could scrounge up on these guys down in the description too, including their Patreon. Make sure you go sign up for that. These guys deserve it for all the hard work they do, all the content they're putting out. Yes. And plus you get a bunch of neat bonuses for signing up with them over there too. So make sure you guys check those out. And I will be paying you to a visit. We're going to open that EMP. We can break the cameras out. We can make some good collab material. Yeah, I think that's the way. I think that's the way to do it.
We're looking for collaborators this year. We want to help
that's our goal.
Smaller channels
this year.
Yeah, we want to see small channels grow.
We're
all about giving back and helping people get to where they want to be. So if anybody's got a YouTube channel and they want to come be on our YouTube channel, let us know.
That would be fun. Yeah, I think we're going to have a blast with that. And one last shout out, guys, to tonight's podcast sponsor, Johnson Plastics Plus. Like I said, we've got a ton of content coming out revolving around the stuff they carry lately. I don't know if you guys have used Romark before. It's awesome. It's like 2-ply acrylic. So there's like one color on top and then there's a core color in the middle. It's really, really cool. So we've got a lot of Romark specific content. I've mentioned this on the podcast before, but the first video I ever published on this channel was how to like cut a sign out of Romark. So I've been using it for a really long time. I really, really love Johnson Plastics Plus. And I'm saying that with sincerity from the bottom of my heart, guys. And I don't take this kind of stuff lightly. So make sure that you check out the description because we've got a code down there that'll save you 15% off your order with them. They've got a ton of other stuff too, blanks, tumblers, everything you can possibly want. Go check them out. Make sure you hit up Kim and Garrett, guys. Also, there are, again, links to everything that they offer down in the description. At the very least, go sub to them on YouTube so they can hit you with some more shameless self-promotion over on their space. And I think that's all I've got. If you guys have any other questions, drop a comment. Leave them down below. If Kim and Garrett don't see them, I'll pop over if I find any interesting ones and I'll ask them myself. Do you guys have anything else before we close out?
Yeah.
Great talking to you guys.
Yeah, thanks for having us on.
We really appreciate it. You guys are awesome.
Of course. Yeah, no, this was awesome.
We appreciate you.
I had a lot of fun.
I was going to say thanks to all your community members for coming over too, because honestly, like chat's been blowing up. It's been so fun watching all the funny conversations happen, man. And I wish I could have clicked more, but like it was a lot, man. Woo.
I am not sold on cruises, Kim. So we'll revisit that later.
Well,
thanks for watching, everybody.
Into it. We'll tell you some stories that are not for work. Not safe.
I just need the buffet. That's all I need.
Not safe for work, guys. Oh yeah. Also, we have a thing. You can go sign up for the LMA. Support our channel too. After you do Kim and Garrett's, go do them first.
Get
Then go to the LMA. If
we're a package deal at this point, you gotta sub to both if you're gonna sub to one.
Masters.lasereverything.net. I can't forget that one. That's like how we pay our employees. Okay, that's it. I'm leaving. Good night. Go to bed.
Bye, everybody.